Hello, everybody. We are. Well, we're not live yet. Yeah, we are. We're live, I think. Let's wait on a few people to come in. How's everybody doing? Rose's going to join us shortly. She's here, but she's got some customers, so we're going to wait on her to quieten down a little bit. How's everybody doing? Did y'all see the press conference last night or yesterday? Leilani was arrested. Her mother took her to the police station or to the FBI. And I'm on my phone right now and I don't know how to share my screen from my phone. I don't even think I can. So I can't really play anything. Let's kind of just hang out a minute and see if anybody else comes in. Hey, Angela. Hey, Susie. Hey, Joyce. How are y'all doing today? I just got back from therapy with my baby, my grandbaby. I used to wouldn't say grand, but now I kind of do. I'm feeding him. And if you hear Cocoa Melon or some kind of nursery rhyme in the background, you'll know why. It's Maverick. Pretty little Maverick is eating. Okay. Hey, Todd. How are you? Johnny. Hey. Give me just a second. Oops. Let me get my baby fixed up here. Yeah, we're going to talk about Leilani's arrest. And, I mean, I'm glad that she's arrested. I also hate it for her mother. I don't know if we have announced it yet because Rose and I took a trip to Savannah 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like November the 5th. We were down there that weekend. The 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, something like that. Okay, Bubby. Hold on. I'm working. Did you already eat all that food? Okay. Well, I think you're throwing it in the floor. We can't do that. What did I do with the remote? Bear with me for a second, guys. I'm trying. Okay, we've probably got a few people in here. Let me get my baby set up and then we'll start talking. Yeah. Who knows about Cocoa Melon? Anybody know about Cocoa Melon? Or Cocoa Melon. You gonna play Cocoa Melon or farm? He loves farm animals. Try not to get the volume too loud though, so it doesn't interfere with our live here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, buddy. There's you something. I'll turn the volume down just a little bit. Oh, yay. Okay. Okay, yes. Yesterday, um, I'll edit this once we're done with the live because I want to add the audio of Billy Joe telling her story about what happened yesterday and what brought on Leilani getting arrested. She has been charged with malice murder and several other things. But I'll even go over the press conference too, so we have all the facts. You can rewatch this later, and I'll edit it and add that stuff in. Anyway, her mom went to visit her, or not visit her, but she was in a facility apparently, and her mom went to take her some things that she needed, and she dropped them off, and then when she got back in the car, she said a prayer basically. She said, Jesus, take the wheel, and she drove on home. And then a little while later, she gets a call from the facility saying that Leilani has signed herself out or checked herself out of that center. And they wanted Billy to come and get her. Well, Billy said, I cannot have her back in my home. I can't. I've made that clear. But she thought, well, I've got to do something. So she called the FBI, talked to them. They asked her to try and stall Leilani. And so she did. She went to pick Leilani up and then took her some other place to get the rest of her belongings. She said she took her to a Chinese restaurant and gave her her last meal, basically, because she knew she wouldn't have another meal, free as a free woman. And then she took her straight to the FBI office. They were there for like 4 hours. She told Leilani the best thing she could do was tell the truth. And Leilani's still sticking to her story, though, that she knows nothing about it. As Billy was leaving, they were reading her rights. So she was arrested and she is in jail now. She's supposed to have an arraignment this morning. And I'll add that also when I find out what happened there. I'll add that to this stream and just kind of make it like a pre-recorded video so y'all can get all the updates and stuff. We will have another live soon on our visit to Savannah. We did meet Billy Joe, and we really got to talk to her for a good while when we went to pay our respects to Quinten. And this woman she's broken. I mean, people are giving her such a hard time, but I don't think she deserves it. She doesn't. We'll have another live and discuss that. Yes, Oscar. Yes, you're right. It's hard. It's hard because, well, just imagine sorry. If you had a child and something like that happened, you can't say for sure that's not going to happen to you. You can't do it. You don't know. Do I hear somebody? I guess she's not ready yet. Excuse me. I guess she's not ready yet. I thought she was coming in. Yeah. Angela, yes. You're right. Leo? No, Leo. No, she didn't have anything to do with this. No. No. Until you have sat and looked this lady in the eye and talked to her for 2 hours or more and watched her cry and see the pain in her face and hear it in her voice in person. You have no idea. No idea what she's going through. She knows she made a mistake. But if she really truly knew that if she knew that she was leaving her grandbaby to be murdered, do you honestly think she would have left? No, she wouldn't have left him there. Who would dream this would happen? But it could happen to anybody. You're right. Mm-hmm. No, no. She knew something had to give. And when they called her, that was her sign, I guess. They called her and told her that Leilani was trying to check herself out, or she did check herself out, and wanted them to come and get her. Well, that was her sign. She knew then what she had to do. Rose,
Yeah, I'm here.
are you there?
Yeah, I was trying to give you a point to where you were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt. But
Oh, you're
she
fine.
said
Interrupt.
Billy said that Leilani could not come back to her house.
Right.
So when she was checking herself out,
She
she knew
intended
that.
to.
Yeah, and she's like, which
Right.
I mean, she's been through so much. She's got to be a strong woman.
Yeah.
To go through all this and to not totally break down,
Well, I believe she has broken down many
Well,
times.
I mean, like,
Lost her mind, maybe.
can't function, uh, can't do
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, see, we kind of have, I don't know how to say it. We kind of have something that most people don't have because we did see her and we did sit face to face and talk to her.
Yeah,
And we did see that emotion, that raw emotion.
yeah,
And, people are still saying on YouTube and beyond that she deserves to be in prison, that charges are coming her way. The police said in their press conference yesterday that there's no other charges coming.
I know. People just want to bring her down, and I don't understand.
You stop throwing your drink off. Yeah. I have Maverick.
Is he throwing his drink?
Yeah, he's throwing his food on the floor, his drink on the floor, and everything. But that's normal. I just pick it back up.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching TV now, so he had a good therapy thing this morning.
That was good. That's real good.
Is work busy?
Pretty good.
Oh! This is totally off subject. I'm sorry, guys. This is totally off subject. But I talked to some guy on Facebook last night. And I've been asking you. I remember me asking you if you knew that Jarvis guy months ago.
Yeah.
He comes in your shop.
What? Huh?
You made his hat. I did. His sister. The crow's nest.
Yeah.
That's who
Who?
that is. I asked you if you knew him and you said no. Because he sent me
What
a
was
friend
his
request.
name?
Jerry or something.
Jerry Jarvis?
Mm-hmm. He says
No,
he
I'm
comes in there
talking
and talks to
Peggy.
Bill. He used to be on, medication.
Okay. Um, is it his restaurant?
And his sisters or something, he said.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm
So
off
they
topic.
gave him one of the hats.
Apparently,
Okay.
Because he was telling me that, and y'all made his hats, and I said, "What hats was that?" It was funny. Anyway, I think I scared the poor feller to death. He starts asking me for a date, and I'm like, I don't really do that. you know? Anyway, back on topic. I knew I would forget about that. Forget to tell you about it if I didn't mention it. But yeah, we can talk about it later. But
Okay.
I told them that I was going to edit this once it's over, and then I'll add the press conference in and the phone call and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. The I don't like you said. We actually sat down and talked to her. We got firsthand knowledge of what she was going through. I mean,
Yeah.
as best we could by being a bystander or whatever.
Right. I mean, we saw pain in her face and her
I
eyes
know.
and she cried. I mean, those tears were not fake.
No.
This woman has been through hell, and yeah, she left those kids there. But what everybody is not comprehending, they think those children were taken away from Leilani, and Billy just got custody. That the kids were not allowed to be around Leilani. That wasn't what happened.
Yeah.
That's not the truth. And we can't say everything they told us that day, but that part right there is not true. And I keep seeing that all over comments everywhere, and it's not right. People don't
No.
know, and I think that if you don't know all the facts, you don't have a right to open your mouth.
No.
You don't have a
No.
right to comment. You don't have a right to tear somebody down publicly. You don't have a right to do that until you know all the facts. And I don't care if people like us or people hate us, to be honest about this, because it's a truth. And
Yeah.
and I stand up for what I believe in, and I believe in this woman. I believed in her before I went there. It just confirmed
What we already felt.
what we already felt. You and I both sat there, and you and I both saw the same thing from everybody there.
Yeah.
And we both left feeling pretty much the same way.
Yep. And she's sitting there and all this stuff going on, all this pain she's going through. And the lady gets me a chair and gives me her ottoman to put my
Yes.
swollen legs up on.
Yes. She helps you put your legs on them.
Yeah,
On
she
the ottoman.
picked my leg up and put it on there.
I know. And people have her totally wrong. They do. They do.
Yeah.
She might have a past, don't we all?
Yep.
Some of our past may not be as bad as the others or whatever, but it don't really
Everybody's got
matter.
something.
It's all something. And you can't really say, well, I didn't do as bad as you did. We all did something. We've all got stuff in our past that we're not proud of. But look at everything she's done to turn her life around. Everything she has now, that she's going to have to end up selling everything. It's so sad. But she has done something with her life. She has a good job. She can't help you. I used to think when my kids were young, I used to think that, the way your kids end up are a reflection of you raising them. That's not right.
That's not true at all.
I used to believe that, though. When my kids were young, before they got older and did different things, and whatever, I used to think that it reflected on me or the parent what that child did, no matter if they were young, older, whatever. That's
Yeah.
not true. I
No.
did everything I could to shelter my kids and raise my kids in the right way and to teach them not to think they were better than others and to be good to everybody and not look down on people and all that stuff you try to teach your kids. And now my kids, neither one of my kids, thank the Lord, went down a real ugly road, but they both have things that I'm not proud of
And that you had no
and that I
hand in them
begged and
choosing.
pleaded with them not to do or whatever. And it had nothing to do with what I did as raising them. Nothing. Because
No,
I
it was
did
the
everything I
choices they
knew how to
made.
teach them the right way.
Yeah.
So you cannot judge a parent based on what a kid does when that kid grows up.
Nope.
And I used
You,
to think you could. I used to think that's what you did. No, I learned really hard. I learned a hard lesson there. So, and you can't really hold against her that she let Leilani stay there. But you heard her friends and family, you heard them say, yes, Leilani was here, but she didn't have it easy.
yeah.
We questioned her. We tried everything we knew to get the truth out of her. She did
Yeah.
not have it easy while she was here. So it wasn't like they were harboring a criminal and giving her this cush life. There was real questions and arguments and you know begging and pleading. Maverick, turn into a tiger. But I mean, it wasn't like that, and I don't care what anybody says. And what kills me is that people, they just judge and judge, and they have no right to. They have no basis. They only know what they've heard
Yeah.
from other people,
Yeah.
and it's not right. It's not right to condemn her and ruin her life, y'all. These people have ruined her sense of well-being, her sense
Yeah.
of reality as she knows it, basically. And I'm not saying it's everybody's fault. That they've not helped. Her daughter
Yeah.
has done this as well. She's grieving her daughter and her grandson. She lost her
And the
daughter
other
yesterday
two.
too.
And the other two that was taken away.
Mm-hmm. And I hope she can get them back.
Oh,
Excuse me, I'm eating.
I
So
think she will. Now that the arrest has been made and stuff, and she's not going to be
I think
around
she's.
them or whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
think she will get the children back.
I think it might take a little bit of time. Um, but I think eventually she will because I think those kids are going to be safer with her now than they were ever thought about being before. She is going to
Yeah.
be so scared of every little thing.
Yeah.
And because she would not have went to work if she thought this would happen. Who would think that your child is going to kill your grandchild?
Yeah.
Even
And
if you think she might not be the most perfect mother, she left them here not only with her but with the boyfriend, and the babysitter was to have them every day. You know,
yeah.
so I don't know. That's my stand on that, though, and I will always think that way because
Yeah. And she had to work.
yeah, she had to work.
And I'm just, I was in awe of what she actually does for a living. I mean,
Oh, I know,
goodness.
I
That's
know.
like, that's admirable by itself.
Mhm, mhm. I couldn't do that.
No, ain't no way I could.
But yeah, that's a major job, and
And she found something that she could do, and she was good at it, that she could make good money and have the nice things that she's got. And this shouldn't,
and they've
she
been
shouldn't
afraid
have
for
to
her to go
lose
back to
everything.
work because of all the harassment. And I don't want to speak on that too much because I don't want to, but I mean, she needs to be able to work, and she hasn't been able to so far. And
Yeah, and she's not going to ask anybody for help. I mean,
no,
that
she
she's
won't.
not,
And
and what
these
little time we
people,
spent with her, we know that.
mm-hmm, yeah, she's not going to just say, "Hey, I need." Now, people were talking about her getting gifts and people sending her gifts and all this stuff. She can't help what people sent her. She said
No.
she did not want anything. But if people were insistent on sending stuff, they could send stuff for the kids. But she didn't want anything. She said that. She does not want anything. And you can't
And
stop people from doing stuff, though. When a YouTuber's giving everybody she don't have to give them the address, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah. Well, so she's being criticized for what strangers are doing.
Basically, yes. And then she received something, and that somebody sent her a ring. She took a picture of the ring, I guess, to show appreciation, of her wearing
Mm-hmm.
the ring or whatever. Well, then she gets hell over that because, it looks like she's receiving gifts. Well, what do you do when somebody sends you something? You want to be grateful,
And
even if you don't
thankful.
want it. Do you want to be rude? No.
No.
She has been put in a ridiculous and I don't know. It's unnecessary the situation she's been put in, and I just wish that people would get their facts straight. And I can't wait to release the rest of the video footage that we have from Savannah. I just, like I said, when we got back, I got sick, or I was sick when we got back, and it's just been a while. And learning that video stuff is a little rough,
Yeah.
but I'm working on it. I've got another one about ready to pop up, but I don't
And
know.
I'll have more time with this break Thanksgiving because we're going to be closed tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So I'll have more time to try and get some stuff done too.
I ain't gonna be much time with cooking.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have Saturday and Sunday too.
Yeah, that's true. Something sticky. I hate stepping on sticky. Yeah, it's just trash fell over and everything else, making a mess here. Um, I don't know. I just don't know what else to say other than she's arrested. Now let's wait and see what happens.
And I'm glad that
That's what
Billy's got the
everybody wanted.
relief.
Everybody wanted her to be arrested. Well, now she
Yeah,
is.
she's
And I'm glad
arrested.
she is. That's where she needs to be. But give the grandmother a break, please,
Yeah,
people. You don't
yeah.
understand. And if anybody wants to talk to me, I'm more than willing to talk to them about it because I know, and you know too.
I know too. They just need to show her some compassion.
Yeah. And
Because if the
if you
roles
can't
was
show
reversed,
compassion, stop showing hate for a while. Give her a break.
yeah, yeah,
Give her a
exactly.
break. If you can't show nothing, anything but negativity, just give her a break. Thank God she herself turned her own daughter in. I don't know that I could have done that, no matter what she
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to look at it from a mother's perspective, because I don't know what I could do if it was my daughter. I don't know if I could turn her in. Even if she did do that to, I can't even think about that, but even if she did do that, I would still feel the need to protect her too. And no, that doesn't mean I don't love my grandbaby any less.
Yeah.
It means I'm in a freaking fucked up situation, is
Yeah.
what it
And
means.
and with the remains, what's been found, they will be like doing a funeral probably, and Billy Joe still got to go through all that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be on her to do the arrangements, and I mean, she's got a lot to handle.
Yeah. I wonder if the victim advocacy place, those people will help with the funeral.
I don't know.
They paid for Scott's.
I would
I got that to
say,
happen. I contacted them, and then they reached out to Terry and Pauline, and had Scott got his funeral was paid for
I think
because he was the
probably,
victim of a violent crime.
that it will be paid for. You know what I mean?
I might ought to talk to her about that and
There's so many
let her
there's
know,
so many people that ain't buttholes out there that might feel the way we do, and you know, donate it here and there. I mean, I don't know, but
Well, I've got her Cash App, and I think I'm going to add it to a video. And I don't know, maybe somebody will help.
yeah,
But I do think that we need to find I need to find that victim's thing again and get her in touch with those people, which somebody may have already put her in touch with them. I don't know.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
know that that's a possibility.
yeah. I never would have even thought anything like that. So
Well, I can't remember how I knew about it, but back when that happened, see, there's this nonprofit. It's victims and families of violent crimes, something like that.
hmm
And they even go to court with you, everything. They go to the trial, that everything. They're there with you every step of the way. And I sent an email to their whatever, and they reached out to Terry and Pauline, and they paid for Scott's funeral. They showed up at every day the trial was going, everything.
wow,
For anybody questioning what we're talking about, our cousin was murdered in 2007, and first cousin, right? And it was bad. It was really bad. And his murderer is spending life in prison right now. And we got Scott's funeral paid for through the victims. I think it's called Victims and Families of Violent Crimes. It's something
but
like that. But yeah, they covered it, and thank God, because it was expensive.
yeah, yeah, it's not cheap, and having that to worry about on top of everything else, just
Yeah, it's not right.
you know,
No, Chelsea. No. I'm sorry. No. Amanda, thank you. Well, we have some Billy Joe supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not reading the bad ones.
They probably a lot out there, more than we know. But we need to get a lot more for her, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you I'll stand up for her till the end. I'll go sit in court with her if I need to because she's going to need, she's going to need that support.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
But I think it's getting very loud in your background, so we can
Yeah.
probably go ahead and shut it down. And we can schedule another live soon and discuss our trip if you want to.
Okay, we'll do that. You can edit and add the press conference and stuff into this.
Yes, I will edit this video today. I'll try to get it all done today. And I'll add the press conference and all that stuff since I couldn't share my screen. I'm on my phone. So,
Okay.
but anyway, at least the
Okay.
stream thing went better.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody watching.
Yes. Thank you all for your patience with us and dealing with
Yeah.
all the streaming problems we have. So, all right, honey, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye,
Okay.
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Talk to you
See
next
ya.
time. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.